Alright, so in this video we're gonna show you the new additions I picked up at Tinley and just kind of talk about the show in general, which was another fantastic show. Fortunately I couldn't be there today, which is Sunday. Just couldn't fit it in the schedule, but nonetheless I was happy that I could at least go for one day and enjoy the show. I got to meet many fellow YouTubers and some subscribers to the channel. Had some pretty good lengthy conversations with you guys, and I enjoyed that immensely. I tried to go live at the show, which some of you may have seen. I think there was just too many people with, you know, cell phones and whatnot using the internet, and it came out pretty poor. I went ahead and just deleted it once I seen the footage, and I got back home and I seen the footage, because when I was bringing it up on my phone it kept telling me it was still processing, but I was getting the notifications of your guys' comments, so I could tell that at least you guys could see it. So anyways, I went ahead and deleted it. I was really hoping that, you know, I could bring a nice fluid video from the show as it was happening. Didn't work out this time. I guess I just have to try to figure out the bugs of the situation and get them worked out for a future show. But you know, I want to thank you guys who did try to tune in and watch that. I know it was pretty hard. From my perspective, when I was filming it with my phone, it looked smooth. It looked good to me. On my side, I had no idea that it was you know, being so blurry and so jittery, and so yeah, it just wasn't good. So I went ahead and deleted it, and because I don't want that on the channel. If it isn't good, then it's got to go. So there's that. One of the things I did pick up that is not an animal, I did pick up this print here. Obviously it's corn snakes. This is a photo by Bill Love, one of his original photos, and if you don't know who he is, and I'm sorry to even know you. Just kidding. Bill Love is a very well known guy in the industry. He's not a breeder per se, but he is a photographer. He's gone around the world photographing animals and their natural habitat. And his wife, Kathy Love, she wrote corn snakes books. She's probably the queen of corn snakes. There's a few morphs that I can know off the top of my head that are contributed to her, and so I'm gonna assume that most of these snakes in this photo were hers, that he staged this to take this photo. Let's get it out of the glare. There you go. But you know, I'm partial to corn snakes. You know, this is a purchase this directly from Bill Love, you know, and coming from him, and knowing his wife, I've communicated with her in different forums and whatnot. I've owned her books. I've actually given her books to new beginners so they can learn, because that's one of the resources I used when I was learning about corn snakes, was her books. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection in my reptile room. We will find a spot on the wall to display this. So yeah, I know these are what are in this photo is a lot of basic morphs, but you know, at the time this photo was taken, that was a lot of good stuff there. But I like it because it shows, you know, diversity of how these animals come. So really happy with this. Now I think about it, I should probably had him sign it. But the other thing I wanted to get that I did not pick up, and it's he has a book about that he just came out with about his life and his stories. I am going to buy that online, and I'll review that in a later video. But definitely wanted to show you this. Oops. The other thing I got is, of course, you know, free crickets from Timberline. You know, they are a big promoter of the show, or a big sponsor of the show. So, you know, I wanted to definitely pick this up. Definitely want to show you. So I got free crickets. Pretty much you always get free crickets, and then you can, if you're there early, which I was, you know, here's my little VIP pass. I was there early, but I was in the show and had to be just prior to the beginning of the show. They go around, they hand out little cards, and you can take that card and you go to their booth and you get even more free crickets and bugs. One more thing before we get to the live animals is what I picked up here, this lanyard from Exoterra, and if you can kind of see already, but I had to get it because, well, it's a milk snake. So, and they could have put any snake on there. You know, there's definitely more popular snakes out there that they could have, you know, used on their design here, but they used the milk snake. You know, I'm partial to the milk snakes as well, so I definitely had to have it just simply for the fact that it has the milk snake on there. Okay, so what most of you are actually waiting for, and that's the animal pickup. So I'll get those one at a time, show you, and then we'll talk about them. So first up is this little girl here, and of course I will gather some more footage here in a minute, so that way you guys can get a closer look of her. And this is a lavender albino striped California king snake. So essentially she is she's yellow and purple right now, which is pretty awesome. Of course she has a stripe. You know, I'm also partial to the striping morphs whenever they pop up. So that is her, just a little girl. And like I said, I'll show you some more clips here in a minute of close-ups of the two. So we'll go ahead and put her back, and then we'll get the next one out. So here is the next little girl. She shows up a little bit better, and of course this is a Nelson's albino, but this is something a little bit more special. This is a T positive albino, so it's like Phoenix, my other Nelsons, but this is a different albino version. I'm not going to explain the genetics just yet. I think I understand what's going to happen, but I want to re-familiarize myself with that before I say something, because I hate for somebody to watch this video and I misrepresent it wrong, and then I correct myself in another video and somebody doesn't see that video to know. So I will talk about more of the genetics on this girl in a future video when I'm more comfortable explaining it to you guys. So, but definitely very beautiful. I was very, very pleased to be able to find her. She was the only female there. I did later find a male, but luckily for this pass that got me in there early, I was able to get in there an hour and a half early than general admission, so I was able to find her and of course get her before she sold to somebody else. Now, I'm not saying these things are rare, but it is a little bit harder to find the T positives than it is the T negatives or the regular albinos. There was definitely a handful of those at the show, and I almost picked some up, but I waited to see what else there was, and toward the last bit of the aisles that I started from one end. When I almost got to the other side, that's when I came across this little girl, and so I had to have her. You know, just a beautiful snake. You can see she's the red, and then she's got white, and then what should be black is kind of a muted color. So it's almost like a, I don't know, to me it almost looks like a light brown, but very beautiful. Let's see if we can't focus now. Will it? There we go. So definitely excited to have her in the collection, and yeah, so now we just have to come up with names. So that's it for this video. I just kind of wanted to share some of that stuff, and thanks to those of you who stopped to say hi, you know, told me you watch the videos. It's always greatly appreciated to hear you guys' feedback directly from you, and you know, it's good to have that, you know, get out there and meet the people and be one-on-one with you guys. And it was also fun meeting several other YouTubers there. And so, kind of startled her. So anyways, I'll get you a few more clips of these guys up close, and then that's going to be it for the video. So thanks again.
Shut up and sit down.